All right, 49 Erez faithful, buckle up because today's news is straight fire. You ever get that gut feeling something massive is brewing? Well, we've got 4 bombshells that'll hit you right in the feels. Is our offense about to explode? Got a dark horse ready to step up? And that one name that makes us dream biggest, he really back and ready to dominate? Hold tight, grab a drink, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into the updates that'll have you screaming, "Go Niners!" What's your guess for what's coming? Drop it in the comments. And while we're losing our minds over what's next, let's hit you with the first bombshell. The San Francisco 49ers just signed Kwame St. Brown after a tryout on Monday. Yup, the older brother of Lions star Amon-Ra St. Brown is now a Niner. He spent 2024 with the Saints, played 2 games, but didn't make the stat sheet. Now he's here, and the faithful are buzzing about what he could bring to our offense. Is this guy a depth piece or a potential game changer? But hold up, here's the context. This move comes right after John Lynch dropped that Ricky Pearsall. Our rookie gem is nursing a tweaked hamstring. No biggie. Per Lynch, he expects Pearsall back early in camp. Kyle Shanahan doubled down. We weren't throwing him into the fire on day 1 anyway. So St. Brown's signing feels like a smart play to bolster our receivers while Pearsall's sidelined. But the real question is, can St. Brown step up or is he just holding the fort? Speaking of receivers, Jawan Jennings is also in the spotlight. Lynch is hyped, saying he expects Jennings on the field Wednesday, and he shut down any trade rumors. "We love him, and he's here," Lynch said, sounding like he means business. But Brandon Aiyuk? That's where it gets dicey. The team's encouraged by his progress, but Lynch admitted they're nowhere close to a timeline for his return. That's got us sweating, right? No Aiyuk for longer could shake our offense to its core. Oh, and get this, Christian McCaffrey and Trent Williams are healthy, but they'll be on a pitch count during camp. Smart move, nobody wants our stars banged up before the season. Then there's Ben Barch, our left guard, who tweaked his quad training away from the facility. Lynch says he's close to cleared, maybe back soon. Is Shanahan cooking up something huge with all these roster moves? Fans are split. Some see it as precaution, others are spooked by the injury bug. What's your take? You hyped for St. Brown or nervous about these bumps? Let's hear it. And while we're still wrapping our heads around St. Brown and those injuries, the second story today is a roller coaster for every 49ers fan. Let's talk Brandon Aiyuk, our all-pro wideout who's got the faithful torn between hope and panic. John Lynch gave an update during training camp, and it's a mixed bag. The team's encouraged by Aiyuk's recovery from that brutal ACL tear in 2024, but brace yourself, there's still no timeline for his return. None? Nada? That's the kind of news that makes your stomach drop. Aiyuk landed on the PUP list after going down in Week 7 last season. Before that, he was electric, 25 catches, 374 yards. Rewind to 2023, his last healthy year, and he was a beast, 1,342 yards, 75 receptions, 7 touchdowns. He's the heart of Shanahan's offense, especially now that Deebo Samuel's with the Commanders. Without Aiyuk, Brock Purdy, fresh off a massive contract extension, is left without his top target. That's a lot of pressure on a young QB and a thin receiver room. Can you feel the stakes? Fans are all over the place. On X, one post read, "Aiyuk's gonna come back stronger, trust." But another fan wasn't so sure. "No timeline. Our passing game's in trouble." The truth is, without Aiyuk, the load falls on rookies like Pearsall and new guys like St. Brown. Can they handle it? Shanahan might have to rework the playbook to keep us competitive. The uncertainty's killing us. Every day without Aiyuk feels like a gamble. Is Lynch playing it close to the vest to throw off opponents, or is Aiyuk really that far from ready? Either way, our offense needs him bad. The faithful are holding their breath, hoping our WR1 can defy the odds. What's your gut saying? Does Aiyuk come back swinging, or are we in for a rough start? Stick around, because the next update's going to keep you glued to the screen. And while we're chewing our nails over Aiyuk, the third story's got that mix of hope and nerves that'll keep you locked in. Ricky Pearsall, our first-round pick, is stealing the show at training camp. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan spoke at Tuesday's presser, and here's the deal. Pearsall's on the PUP list with a hamstring issue, but Lynch says it's not long-term. They're eyeing a return as early as July 25 or 27, right after the camp's first rest day. Sounds promising, right? But there's a catch that's got fans buzzing. Pearsall's been battling this hamstring since OTAs and minicamp. Shanahan swore it wasn't serious, just the team being cautious. But when they slapped him on the PUP list, alarms went off. Hamstrings are sneaky, especially for a speedster like Pearsall, who had the same issue last camp. Fans are freaking out. Can he stay healthy? On X, one fan posted, "Pearsall's got to hit the field soon. We need him with Aiyuk out." Another wasn't so hopeful. "Hamstrings again? This kid's going to be a bust if he can't stay on the field. The stakes are high. Without Pearsall, our receiver room's looking thin, especially with Aiyuk's return up in the air. Jennings is back and St. Brown's a new face, but Pearsall was supposed to be a spark plug. If he's not ready, Shanahan's game plan could take a hit. The faithful are torn. Some trust Lynch's short-term talk. Others see red flags. A healthy Pearsall could be a difference maker, but another setback might spell trouble. So what's it going to be? Does Pearsall hit the ground running, or are we staring at another injury saga? The season's creeping closer, and every practice matters. Hang tight, because the next story is going to light a fire under you like only the 49ers can. And while we're riding the Pearsall roller coaster, this fourth story is going to make every 49ers fan's heart race. Christian McCaffrey, our superstar running back, is the reason we're dreaming big for 2025. After a brutal 2024 sidelined by an Achilles injury and then a PCL tear that ended his season, McCaffrey's back fully healthy with zero restrictions. Tyler Sullivan from CBS Sports nailed it. He's the spark that's got the faithful hyped for a comeback year. A healthy McCaffrey? That's the stuff Super Bowl dreams are made of. Last season was a nightmare. Injuries piled up, bad breaks hit hard, and we limped to a 6-11 record. But McCaffrey changes everything. When he's on, Shanahan's offense is a machine. Brock Purdy plays with more swagger, the O-line looks elite, and our ground game controls the clock, giving our defense a breather. Fans on X are losing it. "McCaffrey's back, we're going all the way," one posted. Another said, "If he stays healthy, no one's stopping us." But here's the kicker. At 29 with a laundry list of injuries, can he hold up for a full season? McCaffrey's impact is unreal. In 2023, he racked up over 1,400 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns. He turns checkdowns into highlight reels. Shanahan's managing his camp workload along with Trent Williams, Kittle, Warner, and Bosa to keep them fresh for the real fight. Fans are also pumped about 3 rookie D-linemen who will see serious snaps, bringing fresh energy to our defense. But McCaffrey's the X factor. With his history, every carry feels like a gamble, but one worth taking. The faithful are split. Some are all in on a McCaffrey-led redemption. Others worry his prime's on borrowed time. Can he carry us to glory, or are we bracing for another injury gut punch? The hype's real, but the next chapter's going to have you ready to storm Levi's Stadium chanting, "Go Niners!" Faithful, what a day to be a 49ers fan. Equanimation Saint. Brown's a wild card edition, but with Pearsall and Aiyuk still on the mend, our offense is a question mark. Jennings' return is a bright spot, but no timeline for Aiyuk's got us on edge. Then there's McCaffrey, healthy and ready to light it up. He's our ticket to a deep playoff run. Those rookie D-linemen, they're icing on the cake. The season's almost here, so who's stepping up as our MVP in 2025? Drop your take in the comments, hit that like, subscribe, and let's ride this wave together. Go Niners!